crashes, which is, I think that's cool. Okay, cool. It's like a thing. It's a, you know, it's always the looking for the thing. Oh, do we have some technical problems? From the top, they say. Bring it back. Take it from the top. Hold on a second, though. I have an idea. I have a thought. I have a thought. Because it's been a while. It's been a minute. Did you know? It's been a minute since we did what? All right. Clicking on the wheel. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Fire! The wheel is back. The wheel is back. The wheel approves. All right, fine. I think we've now gotten a sense of what the wheel is about. We know what you're about, wheel. I've got your number. The wheel wants to hear this. I was on mute so you wouldn't listen to my nonsense. Hi, great. We had a little vibe. We got a little vibe going. Let's do some questions and let's chill. Chill a little bit. I had a request for a change in the I'm gonna turn this down. little format change. Format change was the Bowl of Destiny. Wow, it's so loud. Watch this. This is a funny, this is a little mix trick for you. Watch this. Oh, you ever watch Questlove from The Roots do his streams? You know what he does when he talks? He just does this, so you can hear him. And then it gets loud, and then he talks some more. What you can also do is just take out a little bit of this. This is where your voice, in this area, is where your voice lives. So I can just turn a little bit of that down. And then now, it's almost the same thing, kind of similar. So, Raid Questlove is he on? Is he on? Is he on? Huh, how about that? Let's do some questions, because we've got so many of them. Oh! So, here's the bowl. Here's what's going on. We had 2 redemptions for... Oh, let me see if we have our third one. We have 2 redemptions at least. Oh, we got a few more. For vibes to put in the bowl here. Ali H. ALLIE_H. Ali H would like to hear country. So I might not do standard country. We talked about it a little bit. It was an intimidating request, but I said I'll give it a shot because I have an idea of how I can do it. Country is going into the bowl. Haven't had that yet. G. Goncalves wanted to hear something in the style of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'll give that a shot as well. You know, it might... Those guys are very talented musicians, each on their individual instrument, and I dropped my book. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I'll give it a shot. Garby would like to do a game. This was an interesting request. So we're gonna talk about that. She had requested. Wait, did I say she and you're a he again? We already do this. We already went through this, didn't we? Was that you? Hold on. She's Maria. Okay, good. Maria. Somebody else. Who was the other person? I had said that she, and it was like, oh no, that's a he. Okay. Anyway, I respect the fact also that you guys are requesting things in the chat. That's not how this works. You gotta redeem your Shinoda bucks to get a redemption for the next theme. Okay, so let me just check a couple of these real quick and see if real quick if we've got any. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna have to. I have some other redemptions to handle, but we'll do those later. So here was the suggestion, which I like a lot, and you guys let me know right now in the chat if excuse my sniffing, if we can do this. Can we do mashups? Because I've got over 20, maybe now 25-ish pieces of paper in the bowl, and it's going to be really hard to get through these because you guys are adding them at an alarming rate. So the chat says yes, 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 do it. Okay, cool. That'd be great. I'm down to do it. I'm down to pick 2, right? At least I'll pick 2. We'll start with 2, and then if we decide to do 3, that'll be intense. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn this off. Ready? Hold on. We're gonna turn this off. Ready? So I'm not letting the wheel decide. That's a whole bunch of basically programming. I gotta write these into the wheel. Yeah, I can't do that. It'll be 100,000 things on the wheel. Okay. Here we go. First one. Wow, this is already getting weird. Already starting with a mashup on its own. Silent Chaplain requests mariachi hip hop. So, mariachi hip hop is the first suggestion, the first redemption. Oh, my allergies today. And we are going to mash up mariachi and hip hop. Oh, this is going to be, at least there's something similar. There's a overlapping in the Venn diagram. Madeline vs. requested horror movie hip hop. So we are doing mariachi horror movie hip hop tomorrow on the stream. Mariachi horror movie. What the hell is that gonna be? I'm trying my best to make these cool too. I don't want them to just be garbage, blah, 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 throw stupid stuff in the mix and, make just stupid garbage that, for us to listen to. But, yeah, I gotta get on it with these, with the requests, because that is just, there's too many. By the time I get to 1, you guys throw 4 in. Look at today. Today, 3 people redeemed. Check out the movie El Mariachi. That's a good point. That's a thriller, but I don't remember what the music of that sounded like. Okay, so thank you guys. I'm gonna let's do some questions and then be out of here. Jump down. We'll go down to the earlier questions. Chris Dancer, I said I'd get back to this question. Chris Dancer 5, who or what has been your biggest inspiration in your life? If I'm really it's almost too obvious that my parents were. So it was just Mother's Day. Seems like an appropriate time to shout out the moms in the world. But also, yeah, my parents were rad. I was very lucky to have good parents, and so, Imagine Lily asks, do you find it hard to motivate yourself to do something creative? Sometimes. I think a lot of it is just right now in quarantine, it's nice to have a schedule. That's one of the reasons why this Twitch stream came about, is because I was feeling there's way too much up in the air and way too much that you can't count on, it's too even right now, just trying to plan just about anything for 2 weeks from now or a month from now, it's hard, right? So having little things that you can put in the schedule to make some structure is, for me, it's nice. Wow, how do you say this name? Ali on a Kite _ Shinoda Bucks. I'm assuming Ali on a Kite has Ali on a Kite in other on other social media platforms. Maybe not. Maybe you just really liked the idea of adding Shinoda Bucks to your name. What was the worst or the best way you've been pranked? Was it the Punk TV show or the haunted elevator or something else? Pranked, man. I don't love getting pranked. I mean, there's got to be a certain type of getting pranked. There was a show back in the day called Punked on MTV, and Joe and the guys punked me. That was not an awesome one. I did not actually really enjoy that. I mean, you watch it, and I was like, okay, ha ha ha. But I really did not like that. And that's why we didn't, stuff like that didn't happen again. Part of it was because it was like, I feel like that show was like, it was a little, I don't know, like took advantage of people in a way. The point is, here's the way it worked. I think it's the ending that you don't see that makes it left a sour taste in my mouth. So they do the whole prank, right? They do sometimes they do these really horrible things. They would do these horrible things to people, and it was done by people that that you knew or you kind of knew. And at the end of it, off camera, they hand you a piece of paper that says, "I authorize you to like put this on television for everybody to see, or put this online, whatever." And at the time, MTV on TV was big and huge, and this was like one of the biggest shows. And so to like sign that piece of paper was so like demeaning. It was so like if you say yes, then this shitty thing that just happened is now going to be everyone's going to see it and laugh at you. And then if you say no, you're a total dick. So it's a lose-lose. And at least mine wasn't that bad. But I watched some of those people. It's just like felt so bad for them. Good pranks to me though. What was a good one? One time Dave and Fiore and maybe Chester, I don't remember who was involved, like TP'd the inside of my hotel room. That was pretty funny. I came in, there was like toilet paper everywhere. It's pretty funny. Shinoda Soda says, I went to Beyond the Streets in New York last summer and spoke to Roger Gassman about putting you in the lineup for future shows. Roger's a friend. He's the greatest. He's really, really, he's a sweet dude. He really knows his stuff. He puts the show together that, if you guys haven't heard of it, Beyond the Streets is like a humongous group show of the best graffiti and street artists from now and in the past. And, it's just like, it'll go from the 80s of like people who were like famous for writing on trains and buildings and stuff to, the most cutting edge, street artists basically just artists. It's awesome. One of my favorite art shows that happens. I would be honored. IMAV. So your name is IMAVFHAM. I don't know how to say that. What's your favorite LP music video? What is it? What would it be? I loved Waiting for the End. I loved The Catalyst. I thought Leave Out All the Rest came out really good too. I liked the video for Faint a lot, and I liked the video for Castle Glass a lot. I don't think I have a favorite. Oh, Heavy. Heavy came out really good too. I thought that was really dope. Hey Cupcake asks, question from Lil, what are the things in your Jeep? If you guys didn't hear that, that was like a Lonely Island comedy song that we participated in. It was pretty funny. Did they ever make a video for that? They did a visual. That shit was so funny. We were doing One More Light album when that the request for that came in. It was so easy to do. It's so great. ODELY_A. Will you be making, now that everything is slowly getting back to normal, will you be making appearances abroad? And will you put out the song Corona songs as a album? And can you send me your drawing for a tattoo? That's 3 questions. So I'm gonna answer the first one. I don't think things are getting back to normal. They're not here. Things don't seem like they're going to be normal. There's going to be a new normal. So I would say, like, to me at least, like, brace yourselves for a lot more like concentration in the US. So in Japan, if you go to the gym, if you go to some gyms, they request that you dress a certain way. You have to stay clean. Some places they even give you an outfit to wear, like you check your clothes into a locker and you put on their gym outfit. This is in Korea too. They do this in Korea. Not everywhere, but I've been to gyms where they do it. And as a Westerner, you go like, I've never heard of that. Why would, as an American, why would you, why? Because of like cleanliness, right? Like they want to keep everything hyper clean. In Japan, they're like very focused on sanitation and health and germs. I mean, partially, like, look at just the fact that there's like bowing instead of shaking hands. Like the streets are super clean in like the big cities. Like you could never imagine New York City being as clean as Tokyo. You can't even fathom it. It doesn't exist. There's no possibility. But I think there's a point at which we're going to need to be more like that in order for this to be under control. So things are going to change. Like I already think that like it'd be dope if Americans, like, I know Fauci made a comment the other day about like not shaking hands, and everybody like made fun of that. He's not like wrong is the thing. Like we bowing or some other version of not touching your hands, which are the thing you touch fucking everything with. Like, I'm not a germaphobe. I should wash my hands more. I'm just saying, like, it's not a crazy suggestion. I know we love like handshakes and shit, but it's not crazy to say, FYI, you're spreading a lot of germs shaking hands. Karen Daesay, they say, asks, why didn't you add the lyrics in Figure 9 demo to the original song? I don't know why. I think if you're asking why we changed the words to that track, the reason is always that we thought the newer, like we tried to beat it, and if we chose the new version, that's because we thought the new version was better as a group. Janine Dog asks, do your kids listen to LP? Do they like it? Yeah, they do. They like it. It's funny because we've got so much music that like oftentimes something will come up and the kids would be like, what song is that? Which one is that? And they haven't heard. It's like there's always a song they haven't heard. My son like is learning to play drums, and he's working on Numb right now, which is really funny to like hear him play it. His groove is so much different than Rob's. Moo the Great asks, what's your go-to dance move? What do you dance to? Moo, you know I don't dance. It's the bane of Anna's existence. I don't really dance. SDESZTI1024 asks, what? Oh, sorry. Who are some people you only met once, but they left a big impression on you? The Edge from U2. I saw him. U2 hosted a party, and this is a very small and subtle thing. This is not like, oh, he like changed my life. This is a very small moment, but moments like this were important. Like you see somebody like that who is very, who's influenced a lot of people, who's very, famous, and I grew up loving U2's music. And we were at this thing, and Bono was schmoozing with people, and Edge was walking around, but you could tell Bono was like soaking it in and being the life of the party, and Edge was kind of just going through the motions to let people know he appreciated that they were there. It's like a fundraiser thing, I think, around Grammy time, and he was just very polite and a little quiet and warm, and said hello and he talked to us for a little while. And I liked the tone. Like, I liked the fact that there was it wasn't like, he wasn't unhappy to be there. He wasn't like, and it also wasn't like a total like introvert thing where he was like, oh, there's too many people. He was just very cordial and sweet. And there's something about his tone. There was I personally couldn't put it into words, but I thought there was something very cool that I didn't expect about meeting him. There were also some people that I met once, and I was like, wow, that person is a dick. I don't want to be like that person. And they shall remain nameless. M. Rooster asks, what do you think about Iran's Persian traditional music? Will you make a Persian hip-hop rock beat? Hip-hop rock? Persian hip-hop rock? That's a tough one. I don't know anything about Persian music. Maybe I have to look it up. Or maybe you can save up points and put it in the bowl. Mika Signore says, hi Mike, would you ever work with Pete Wentz or Fall Out Boy? Hell no. Hate those guys. Especially Pete. He's the worst. The rest of the guys, I can stomach them, but not Pete Wentz. He's the worst guy ever. No, I like Pete. Are we on a... Well, if you're in the chat, you got to text me before I turn this thing off if we're good. If you're just going to like alert the winners on their own, or if I have to do anything on my end. So text me and let me know. In the meantime, we'll do a couple questions and then we'll wrap that up. Paracetamol666 asks, are you a clone? If so, what happened to the real Mike? Well, it's a really sad story because obviously I'm a clone, obviously. And the real Mike just got tired of the bullshit, and he is he now lives in